Hi, for my next video I wanted to go ahead and show a website called Plickers.com. It may be a little bit of cheating to put this website on this list, but I think it's really cool and really easy to use. The reason why I say it might be a little bit of cheating is it's not completely online, but it mostly is online, and it definitely is device independent. So let me go ahead and show you. Basically what it is it's I call it poor man clickers. I'm not really sure what the P is for in Plickers, but it's like clickers except low tech, which is funny being on this list. So the way it works, I'm going to go over here. I just went to Plickers.com. I've already logged in, but you can create a free login. I'm going to go to Help. And there's these Plicker cards. It says Get Plicker Cards. So you go here, and you can either print out a set of 40 or a set of 63. So depending on how big your classes are. I really appreciate that they went up to 40 for a standard class. It's sad that it's that way, but it seems like so many things don't go quite big enough for our standard class sizes here. Anyway, if I click here, this is what a Plicker card looks like. So this is what you would print out for your students. So this is Plicker card number 1. You can see it says 1 right there. And if I scroll, here's Plicker card 2, 3. They're all slightly different. None of them are the same. So the students won't be able to cheat and look at what somebody else is holding up. The other thing is, if you see there's a little A and a little B and a little C and a little D here. So what that is the students will orient the card so that the letter choice that they want is facing up. So right now A is on top, so if the student held their card up in this orientation, they would be choosing A. So it's kind of cool. I'm going to go back here to my library. So what happens is you create questions, and then the students have their cards. They hold the cards up, and then with your phone, you scan the cards, and it quickly gets all of their answer choices recorded. Now when I say you scan the cards, it doesn't mean that you have to walk around the room individually scanning the cards. You can literally stand in the front of your classroom, and as long as your phone has a line of sight to their card, then it can scan the card from pretty far away. I've actually done it in professional developments with, a large professional development room and be able to scan the people in the back of the room. I'd say, like a professional development room that's maybe like 3 typical classrooms deep. So you don't have to walk around, which I really, really like. And as you're scanning it on your phone, you can easily see the people that you've scanned and who you've missed. And so that way you're able to, say, oh, Liz, I can't see your card. Can you just hold it up a little higher? Or, Jeremy, can you put your card down so I can see Liz's? So it's kind of nice. So it's very quick. So what you do is you can create classes. So like if I create new class, I can just put a name in. So, period 1, create class. And then click, now I have to add students. You can copy and paste here, or you can actually type in. So Brown, Alex, Garcia, Mario, Smith, Linda. And you can see that's putting the names over here, and I can click on next. And it's assigned them all numbers. So you don't have to create the class and assign numbers, but you can. And that way, then you can give Alex card number 1, Mario card number 2, Linda card number 3. And if they have those same cards throughout the year, they don't have to pass them into you. They can just keep them in their notebook. Some teachers have them paste it in the front cover of their notebook. That way they don't get messed up and they're easy to find. So, whatever you wanted to do with it. But then it can actually track the students' responses. I'm just going to show you really quickly here. Sorry, actually I wanted to go to reports. If you go to reports, what I actually used this for was over the summer I taught a couple of intro to calculus classes, and I wanted to do a diagnostic because these were students I didn't know. And so I can see like question 1, I gave them a diagnostic test that just had, the actual questions printed out. So I didn't put the question here. I'll show you in a second how you can create questions. I just typed in the words question 1 and so on. But I can see 100% got question 1 right. Only 76 got question 20, 71% got question 19. I can also see how many students chose each answer choice. So that's also really nice. So you can see if a lot of students are choosing the same wrong answer, then you can see a common misconception that's in your class. So I'm going to go over here back to my library, and here is where I have all the questions. I can go ahead and they've actually changed it from the summer when I used it. So now they've added sets, which I actually really like. Sets, so you can see I have these individual questions. So I had to basically create kind of almost like a playlist of the questions so that it could run through them automatically for me when I was giving this diagnostic test. But instead, you can actually create a set, and then it will group all the questions automatically for you. So here's where you can edit the questions. You can type in the question. You can put in the answer choices here: fox, skunk, dog, cat, whatever they are. You can choose the correct answer here. You can also put in images. Let's say that you don't really have a question that's got a right or wrong answer. Maybe it's just a question that you want to see how students are feeling about a topic, like, on a scale from 1 to 4, how well do you feel you understand this or something. You can click on survey, and it will let you ask the question without forcing a correct answer. So that's kind of cool. Because it's a little hard to kind of demonstrate how you actually scan the questions, I'm going to go ahead, and I just had some pictures pulled up here. But this is what it would look like in a class if the students had the Plickers. Literally, they can just be there like that. You can see that one in the back is nice and small. Right there is a nice and small one. But the teacher in the front of the room can just stand there and scan all those cards in 2 seconds. And it's kind of nice. So I really like it for that. That's Plickers in a nutshell. You can, play around with it. It's kind of cool. So for the ISTE standards, for the educator standards, I'd say this meets 5A, using technology to create and adapt personalized learning experiences. Because what you could do is you could, you're teaching a lesson and you could ask a quick question, kind of like just a quick feedback question for you. See where the students are in their understanding. It can either be how they're feeling, or you could just see if they're understanding or not by asking a right or wrong question, and scan their cards in a couple of seconds. You get the feedback, and you could make adaptations right on the fly for it. Also, I'd say 7B, using technology to design and implement a variety of formative and summative assessments that accommodate learner needs and to provide timely feedback. So that way the students know exactly how they're doing right away. So thank you. That's my video on Plickers.